Here I am packing for a trip to the Cabin Loop Trail, and everything's kind of a mess. Just packing it in my Gossamer gear pack. Just decided kind of last minute to go on this trip. Hopefully, I'm expecting to forget something because I'm kind of in a rush to get out, but I'm trying to go slow and make sure I remember everything that I need and make sure I have the 10 essentials for backpacking. Well, I arrived here at the trailhead of Washington Park. A little Corolla made it up. It took me a little bit to find exactly where to go, but I'm here. First thing I noticed when getting out of the car is just the fresh smell of pine. It's really green and beautiful up here. Even just driving up here, I'm sure the trail will be even more. So I got up here a little bit later than I wanted. I wanted to be up here maybe by 2, but just packing took too long. My wife rubbed some CBD oil on my back. My back's been hurting, I think, after yesterday at work. I had to move a 430-pound guy down to the ED, so I think that kind of got my back all messed up. So it's kind of tight and really hurting. Difficult to stand up straight, but we'll see how far I could go. My pack is a little bit heavier. I can go through a pack list maybe later, but just took a lot of comfort items. But today, just going up to the top of the rim, and then I want to go east to find a spot along the edge of the rim to camp. We'll be doing the Cabin Loop Trail. So I'm here at Washington Park. We're gonna go up to where General Springs Cabin is, and then head over to find a campsite kind of near east of there. So it'll be fun. I'm really excited. Kind of get out in some peace and quiet. And one thing is that I have my new Hoka Mafate Speed 3s on. They're very bright. So my twin brother at our last backpacking trip got some Hoka Speed Goats. He loved them. We're very comfortable. We're great for him. So heard some great reviews. So I am joining the Hoka community, I guess, jumping on that bandwagon to have a max cushion shoe. So hopefully it'll be all comfortable. So I'm gonna get things going here though, and packed up and gonna head on up. Here's the beginning of the trail, right next to the river or creek. Got a little bridge. This won't be short of any water. It's very pretty. Guess I could tell you when I planned for water, I brought my Sawyer squeeze. And I didn't know how like what springs on the Cabin Loop Trail would be available for water. Sometimes they run, sometimes they don't. I tried calling the National Forests and they didn't answer. So I ended up bringing, it's probably too much, but let's see. I got 2 1-liter water bottles. And then I have an extra 3 liters in the pack. Highland Trail, Tunnel Trail. I think it's this way. Not quite sure. So I think I probably packed my fears as far as water goes, but I don't know. Better safe than sorry, I guess. Not sure. The Mafate Speed 3s, their last time they're going to be clean. And there's almost like a little swimming hole down there. Huh. I miss Kimmy already, and I worry about the kids missing me and Kimmy missing me. She has a cake she's doing for a coworker and should have all the responsibility of the kids next couple of days. But I haven't gone on a backpacking trip since last October with my twin brother. I told you about up the San Francisco Peaks and Mount Humphreys and Flagstaff. It's been 9 months, so I wanted to get out, have some peace and quiet before I start my practicum here at the end of August. So here I am. It was very nice of Kimmy to let me go. And I was going to go next week, but it's supposedly going to be raining all next week. It's like 70% chance of rain, and I'm sure it'd be just pouring down over here, so opted to go this week. It's after working a little bit with these uphills, kind of warm. I don't know what the degrees are exactly, but I'm thinking it's probably maybe 85. It's about 4:15. I'm 30 minutes into this, but already sweating. But the sun is going down. It'll start to get a lot cooler here after a little bit, which would be nice. And fourth or fifth time crossing again, back and forth. Little stream. It's super beautiful in here. I don't think it's going to be this lush and green up on the top of the rim. It just seems like this is such like a healthy place with vegetation. First view of the rim, poking through the trees. Oh, gotta go all the way up there. So I am going to be camping somewhere up in there. This is looking a little to the east. I'm kind of right in this little crevice. The mountain there's way down there. Be General Springs cabin, and this is to the west. Nice. Oh, this is a very steep up. Whew. Still got a ways. Where is my twin brother when I need him for some motivation? Not here. Actually, maybe he is here a little bit in spirit, because if I make a video out of this, I bet you he's gonna watch it. All right, this one's for you, Matt, if you're watching. I'm gonna make it up. Just like how you and I made it up Mount Humphreys. 12,000, someone odd, 400 feet, whatever. I guess if I could do that, I could do this, right? Wish you were here, Matt. You know, actually, if Matt was here, he could be carrying some of my stuff. Oh, what's this? A hole in the ground. Oh. I guess, watch your step. Wow. About 600 more feet left. I think I'm gonna take a right. Maybe a little prettier going up a trail rather than a road. And I can say I hiked more of the Arizona Trail. I'm getting closer. It's gonna be nice going down. Not too friendly going up. I made it. Oh. Crossing the road. That's where General Springs Cabin is. The Battle of Big Dry Wash. A fight between the Apache Indians and United States troops in 1882, July 17th. On second thought, I think I'm just gonna get to camp. I'm tired. We'll check out General Springs Cabin on the way back. All right, time to figure out where to go next and find the campsite along the rim. It's 5:10. Maybe take another hour to find a campsite and then set it all up. Maybe I'll camp somewhere out there, kind of on that ledge. That'd be nice. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, this one's a more 360 view and a little flatter. Oh, and it has a bench. Look at that. Oh, yeah, this is it. I think I was out there over on that ledge at the last one. Oh, baby, look at this view. Yeah, this one's a keeper. This will be a beautiful sunset here in like an hour. Well, let's eat some food and be time for a setup. Well, I got camp all set up and enjoying the nice view here on this bench that's at the campsite. I don't know what kind of vertical gain I did or whatever. I think it was about 4 miles of total hiking. Yeah, just a beautiful view out here. Can't beat it. And there's going to be a nice sunset tonight. So now I got dinner, which is this. Matt, this one's for you. Hello there, good morning. Day 2 of the Cabin Loop trail trip. Just got up. It's 5:20 now. Sun's just coming up behind me. It was a very quiet night. A little bit windy here and there, but very peaceful night. I woke up a lot, but I don't know, maybe got 8 hours of sleep or something, so I think I'll be fine. So I wanted to get up early today so I can get a decent amount of miles in. I'm hoping tomorrow to get back at General Springs Cabin, so I only have a few miles to go at the very end to make it back in time for church, but I don't know, we'll see what happens today. So I'm kind of just maybe a mile east of where Washington Park and it hits the top of the Mogollon Rim and the Cabin Loop Trail starts. So I've got maybe 28, 29 miles total to go around the whole loop. And then, so I'm going to be heading counterclockwise. I'm going to go through Barbershop today, U-Bar, and then if I have time, I'm going to optionally hike some of the trail that's in the middle to make like a figure 8 instead of just like one loop. Just do a little extra, kind of explore a little bit. I was going to take all the side trails, check out Aspen Springs Cabin, check out Dane Springs Cabin, and I don't know, just kind of try and check everything out in the area since I'm here. So I'm going to call Kimmy here in a bit. I don't know, maybe get out of here by 7 o'clock. Maybe will be the goal. I don't know. I'm going to make a cup of coffee and maybe just have a bar or something. I feel like I'm going to have some, just want to make a quick breakfast to have as much time as possible today. So we'll see you out on the trail. All right, here I go. It's about, let's see, just before 7. It took maybe an hour and 45 minutes to get everything packed up. I had some oatmeal. Oh, I think I could take this right over here. Oh, maybe let's go back to the road. And some oatmeal. I wanted to have a big breakfast because it's going to be a long day of hiking today, I think. Actually, why don't I take this? It'll be all right, rather than just hiking a road. Let's go along the rim. There's all these little different mini back trails and roads by the rim. These campsites right on the rim. It's very, very pretty. But talked to Kim. She's working on cake for a friend and doing some things at home. Looks like she stayed up almost all night last night to get it done. She just has a little bit more left, so I'm sure she'll do good. So today, let's see. Yesterday I went about 4 miles. Today I'm gonna go kind of most of the way around the loop. So maybe do like a 20-mile day-ish. See how it goes. Maybe camp at Pinchot Cabin or camp at General Springs if I make it that far. My back is still killing me. I put some CBD oil on. Tried to stretch it out, but I still cannot stand up straight. But we'll see how it goes. Liking being out here, very peaceful and serene, but I really miss my family at the same time. Oh, and this morning I got my Coffee. It's Starbucks via instant. I have some Folgers. That isn't very good, and so but the Starbucks one I like pretty decent. So speaking of coffee, I got a email last night because I had cell service up there. It had the Black Rifle coffee, which is my favorite. Shipment is coming in. It's a sampler box that I'm going to take to Matt and Daria. So hopefully they like it and at least try out some different coffees too. I thought that would be neat. So up here, it's another ledge and campsite. Looks like, yeah, looks pretty cool. There's a whole bunch of rocks for a campfire. Dual fire. Huh. View isn't as nice. I like the other one better. But I think I chose right. So I don't know the exact names of the trails, but I'm gonna go up the road a little ways. And I hit like barber shop, I think, and then U-Bar, I don't know, something like that. And then the Fred Hot Trail is the last one on the left. But there's one in the middle. I was gonna maybe kind of scout out a little bit. So I'm gonna see all the different cabins. So I'm excited for today. I've wanted to do this trail for, I don't know, a little over a year now. And I'm gonna check out all the cabins and see what it's like up here. We did my son Nathan just sent me a verse. Super cool. He's an awesome kid. Isaiah 43:2, I think it is. My phone won't let me read it and take a video, but it's very encouraging. It talks about how when we pass through open waters, that God says He will be there with us. And then when we pass through the river, it will not overtake us. And when we walk through the fire, we will not be burned. It will not set us ablaze. And part of the reason why I wanted to go on this trip was I've been so worried. I don't know how to stop worrying about it. God needs to work on my faith. I need to work on my faith. With the Christian school thing, going to Christian school for the kids and the finances that go along with it, and the scholarships only come after you put up the money. I don't know, I like to be in control. I like to know everything before I do something. I like to know everything about it, to know what I'm getting into, and it's just a big risk. But God's put on Kim's heart and my heart to put them in Christian school. Kim is pretty convinced that it's supposed to be this year. I wasn't as convinced. I was thinking, well, next year we can save up some money and everything set up for next year. But I was open to see what God could do. So Kim is searching for a job. She has an interview right now on Monday with Chipotle that's next to where their school is, which would be super convenient and save a whole bunch of money on gas and car mileage. And there is one scholarship that came through, just only for $1,200, but at least it was something. I don't know what is in store. It's just hard to have faith with that. And I worry about finances already. Things have been tight for us a lot in the past, and we just spent a ton of money going to Ohio and Chicago to see Uma, Nadine, Uncle Ken, and then Kim's family, Nicole, Zarrett, her aunt and Billy, and her mom was there, and their cousins. But so I don't know. We don't have a ton in the bank, but I don't know. Maybe just need to trust God with it through times where it seems like the finances and costs of everything will overtake us. Maybe God will be there to provide. I don't know. Maybe that's what the verse means. And then I've been super worried about school and the practicums, and am I gonna be able to do a good job in the practicums? I don't know what to expect and what it's gonna be like. And Dr. Buckner is not responding to me for the last 2 practicums. Am I gonna even be able to find people? Is this gonna drag on for many more years? Will I even pass the test, the licensing exam at the end? It's been a lot of stress. I don't know if I can do it. And that's just along with the stressors of everyday life with work and home life and whatever. But our life is going pretty good, Nothing really to complain about. It's been smooth. The kids are all healthy. Our needs are met. Kim's doing awesome. Me and her are doing well. Seem to communicate fairly well. We're fairly connected still, and of course it could always get better, but just, really worried about school, and then for the kids, and then school for me. So this verse is encouraging to me, a nice reminder. And when we're in a big open ocean, in open waters, we feel alone. Sometimes we're going to feel like this life is just us against the world. And sometimes we feel like we don't have that much support. We just got to do it on our own. But we're not on our own. In the verse, God says He is with us. When you feel alone, be comforted and know that God is there. I'm alone here on this backpacking trip, but God is here with me. That mosquito's not going to get me. And then raging rivers. Rivers can be raging and loud and white water and rough, and it can sweep you away. I think the verse says something about it sweeping us away or something. And sometimes there's so much in life happening at once that we feel overwhelmed, and that we just can't keep the strength to, that it'll just take us over and knock us down and sweep us away. But God says we will pass through with Him. With Him, not with the big bank account, not with a whole bunch of support or free this, free that, not making sure you have all your ducks in a row before you do something, not with the best amazing plans, but it says with God we will pass through the raging rivers. And last, the fire. And with all the things that happen in life, you can really feel, at least I know I do too, that there's a lot of pressure on me. There's a lot of things I have to do, a lot of different things I need to think about. I'm sure Kim feels the same way. Being a stay-at-home mom and now taking on a job, amongst the other things she does with 31 and sales, and she's doing a cake right now. A lot of responsibility on us. We can really feel the pressure on it, and it gets hot. It's a lot of work. And that heat really will get you tired. You'll be burned up by it. But God can help us walk through tough times. He can get us through tough times. With him, we will walk through it and it not set us ablaze. Rivers not overtake us. Oh, it's a very, very nice verse. I think I'm going to ponder on that more this trip and try and memorize it. I haven't been in the Word as much lately, but it's a very nice verse. Our Lord is very good. God is very good. He's very good to us. He loves us each individually, knows what each of us going through, what we're worried about, what we're having pressured on, what kind of stresses we're on. He knows it all. And he is here with us to help us through. Man, he's so loving. So I just wanted to share that with you. A little something. I'm on this trip. I was trying to think of something like philosophical and deep and profound to say, but really, like if you watch videos of hikers, like they see all these like things about life and whatever, but thank you, Nathan, for sending that verse. It's an awesome verse. I'll be thinking about that more. So if you're watching this video and you are going through something or feel super stressed or worried or whatever, know that God is there. If you don't have a relationship with God, He's there and available, waiting for you. Just make Him Lord of your life. Follow Him. Because He died on the cross for all of us while we are sinners, and Christ died for us. His love is amazing. There's this plant. Kind of walking through. Is this poison ivy? I don't know what it's supposed to look like, but I see 3 leaves and it has thorns. Maybe you tell me, because I'm not sure. Huh. Could go both ways. Hey, little toady. A gate to walk through. Oh, I'll just go this way. Well, here is Barbershop Canyon with a little bit of trickling water. I'm gonna refill my water bottle. Looks a little bit murky, but I think it'll be fine. Beautiful in here. All these flowers, yellow, purple, blue. I'm gonna take a rest and get some water. Well, as you can see there, no water was coming out of my filter. Just like drip, 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 drip. Oh, that would take forever. And that's like with me pushing hard where I think I'm gonna break the bag. So I got like maybe less than 1/10 of a liter and all that. Oh gosh, so I'm gonna be low on water. I think what I'm gonna have to do is just risk pulling out from like a spring, maybe Dane Spring or one of the springs coming up to get water directly from there. It'll be at least safer than pulling from a little stream. Well, right after I mentioned I didn't know what I was gonna do or get some water from a spring, the first hiker I seen just came up, cross paths. She's going the opposite way, and apparently I was the first person she saw. But she gave me some water tablets to help me have clean water. So whoever you are, thank you very much. I guess the good part about all this is I don't have as much water and weight in my pack to go up Barbershop Canyon because it's really steep. Look on the positive side, right? Made it up Barbershop Canyon. Oh, it's a tough one. And I was just thinking, I hear on YouTube all the time of how the trail provides. And with that lady giving me some water tablets, I think it's God providing. I had an inkling this morning. I was gonna get up at 5:30, but I was just up at like 5:10. And I had an inkling saying, you need to get up now. I think that was because if I was just maybe 5-10 minutes later, I would not have known. I would have crossed her before I got to the Barbershop Creek thing in the canyon, and I would not have known that my filter was broken. So I would have never thought to say anything, and I wouldn't have had the tablet. So I think that's God providing. And I don't know what happened. I cleaned it out with just regular bottled water last time, but I'm thinking now maybe it froze that last night in the October trip. Overnight it may froze because I think it got a little bit below freezing, so maybe that's what happened. I'm not sure, but regardless, it is what it is, I guess. Thank you, God, for providing. Well, I finished Dane Canyon. Saw some cool camp spots that were made, and then look at this pretty field. I don't know if I'm even on the trail at all anymore, but wow. Look at that. Very pretty. Well, I made it to Buck Spring. It said Buck Springs Cabin, like 1.5 miles, and it's like these huge ups and downs. I'm just gonna call it good here and go back. Gonna collect some dirty water and treat it, I think. Or maybe I should wait to Dane Springs, because this is still a little murky. I still got 1.5 liters left, but anyway, this is Buck Spring. I don't know where the spring actually is. All right, I'm gonna drink a little water and go back up. Now I'm on the U-Bar Trail. Oh, to Dane Springs, 1.5 miles. I didn't stop back over where I was, where there was water. This lady that gave me those tabs told me that Dane Springs was flowing really well. And I figured that'll be a cleaner water source. But I was feeling kind of disappointed, didn't get to see Buck Springs Cabin. I'll just look at pictures online, I guess, and maybe post it here. 1.5 miles, I'm gonna take an actual break, eat some lunch, and really drink up on some water at the springs. And this trail is hard. A lot of just ups and downs. It's not really like hardly flat at all. It's rough and slow going. I thought it'd be much easier than this, but it's not. Well, that sign back there said 1.5 miles to here. That was not the case. According to my GPS tracker, it is 2 miles. And I am dang thirsty. Need to find that spring. I think it's right up in there. Oh, there's the cabin up there. Take a closer look in a bit. First and foremost, get some water. Yeah, it is flowing good too. Nice. A very much needed NICE, nice. And there's a whole piping system that goes up and connecting to the spring. That's cool. Now I'm feeling a little bit better. A lot better. Drinking some water. I'm gonna do another 1/2 liter here. I have, with the tablets, I'm able to get 4 liters of clean water, but it's not gonna be ready until 5 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock now, and it'll be 4 hours till that's ready. So I put some in my CNOC carry bag and 2 1-liter smart water bottles, and then just in case, huge ant, woo, gross. I'm finishing up water in one of my 1.5 liters, and when I'm done with that, I'm going to fill up both the 1.5 liters, which is the spring water, just in case I need it at the end. It would be untreated, but I'm going to have the water just in case. I think this is like the best water source out here. It's just coming directly from an underground spring, so it shouldn't have any contaminants in it. I mean, shouldn't. So, of course, you never know, but it's the best I can get. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I have this. Someone at Tonopah Baptist Church gave me. Someone at Tonopah Baptist Church gave me a set of these little buck knives. They're really sharp. It has just a couple knives on it, just 3, just different shapes. But they're really sharp, and I don't think I would have been able to open those tablet packets without that. So I've never used this before, but I'm glad I had it. And I've been using the umbrella a lot. I haven't had my hat on really that much. My sunglasses, it's been so hot. The umbrella is the kind of coolest option. But I soaked my buff in the water. Of course, I did that away from the spring. And then I poured water from the spring all over me, and my hair is all wet. Of course, I did all that away from the spring. So keep me cool for a little while here, for another 5 miles to Pinchot, and then I'll check out Aspen Springs. It being what, 1:15, I should have enough time. All right, as in tradition from last October with my backpacking trip with my twin brother, jerky. Now, this one says meat snacks, Jack Links, but it does not say big bag on it, unfortunately. But it does have big protein, 9 grams of protein per serving. How many servings? 10 servings per container. So if I eat all of this jerky, I'll have 90 grams of protein. It is pretty sweet and hot. See that little flame right there? Yeah, it's definitely pretty spicy, so I don't think I'm gonna get through all of it, but it's pretty good. And it's tender, which is always good with jerky. Sometimes it could be chewy and hard. So, but here's the tradition as well. All right, time to go. I got my hat on. It's all wet, nice and cool. Got my What do you think of my sunglasses? They're new. They're the new Shady Ray camo. Can't really see the camo that much. There you go. I think they look pretty cool. So I really liked my knockarounds I had. It was like the brick geode color. But I lost them somewhere, have no idea where they are. So I picked these up because if I lose them, I can get another one. I think like twice or something. So save us some money. And they had a 50% off sale too. These are normally like $75 and I got them for $35 or something like that. All right, it's time to get going. Which, by the way, I only had like maybe a third of the bag of beef jerky, if you know what I mean. Here is a Dane Spring cabin. Has 1 wall, 2 walls. Not much of a cabin anymore. Decent spot for a tent though, which looks like that's what people use it for. And you got logs to sit on. Hey, what a view out of the window. Even though you got all this behind you. Looks like I peed my pants. Oh, look at those beautiful almafates. Yeah, max cushion. Oh yeah, they've been feeling great, by the way. Love them. Cool rock formations. I'm going down these switchbacks. Well, looks like I'm getting my feet wet. Lovely. Well, I decided to go across barefoot just to prevent any blisters. All right, this will be interesting. Ah, it's cold. I'm getting my pants wet a little bit. Ah, the rocks. Ooh. Find a spot to get my socks and shoes back on. Right past the creek, there's this cool campsite. Right on the creek. Man, look at this beautiful meadow. It's awesome. It's probably one of the best campsites, I think, to stay at. So I looked at the map and I think it's Dane Canyon on the north side. The last one on the top of the Cabin Loop Trail as you start to head south. That's the second canyon on kind of the top right corner of the map. I think it's Dane Canyon, but I'm no topographical expert. Man, this is like straight up. How about a quick update? I made it up Barbershop Canyon Trail, or just I made it up the canyon anyway. It's about 3:30, and I'm like so thirsty, and I'm so tired. I've done 17 miles so far, and that canyon was really tough. And so because I was so thirsty, I ended up drinking some of the spring water. It's the tablets were not done yet. Still had an hour and a half. I'm just so thirsty though. Oh. I feel like I needed it getting up that canyon. Maybe it was the wrong decision. I might regret it later, but hopefully it'll be okay. This is like a choose your own adventure in here. There's like no trail. At least I don't see one. There's just all these blue markings. On the trees. Aha! Found it. Boy, that was confusing. Well, there's a water tank, but the water from the spring I think would be better. I've seen better days, but that's much smaller, Kevin. I'm gonna take a break. Yep, there it is. All right, 1.5 miles. So Houston Brothers just goes right along the hillside, at the bottom of this little canyon that Pinchot is on. Looks like it'll follow this all the way to Pinchot Cabin. Here's Pinchot Cabin. Well, 21 miles total. I made it by 5:45 to Pinchot Cabin. There is one last thing I gotta do for the day, besides, of course, set up camp and hang the bear bag. Snickers. Yep. End the day right. I hung the bear bag. Yesterday I hung it the way where you do it between two trees, and today I practiced my PCT hang, where you just hang it from one branch. So, and after I hang it, I came back, set up the tent, and saw that I forgot to put my toothpaste and toothbrush in there. So yesterday I kept it in the food bag. A helpful hint is keep your toothpaste and toothbrush in the food bag so that you don't have to go out and undo the hang and put it in there and redo it. So, lesson learned. So this tent is doing good. I really like the design. Setup isn't too hard. It's kind of a neat design where you can open up both sides, like kind of towards the middle, even to gaze at the stars. And so, like, different ways you can set it up. It's the REI Air Flash 2 or something. It's a two-person. So me and my brother and me and my wife fit in it. But for one person, it's kind of a kingdom. So, but I like it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it tomorrow to the car by like 1 o'clock, so I can get back for church, which is at like 4:45. But we'll see what happens. I'm exhausted, so I think I'm gonna just sleep until my body wakes me up. So, and my stomach hasn't been feeling good ever since the beginning of the trip. The first day. Hopefully it'll settle down here tonight. And I did take a Tylenol to help. But because I'm dehydrated, I did not take ibuprofen, which would be good for the inflammation from all day walking, but I'm already dehydrated, and the ibuprofen will reduce the blood flow to the kidneys. Just want to keep the kidneys happy. So I'm going to go to sleep here, maybe watch a couple of the pictures that I took and some of the signs, and read from the pictures what the signs are, and then go to sleep. So, Kimmy, I love you very much, and I love you boys as well. can't wait to see you guys again tomorrow. And man, I stink. I'm so stinky. It was hot today, and even though I was dipping the hat and the buff in the water, getting it wet and putting it over me to cool me down, it's still super hot. It feels hot even now. So I'm sweaty and sticky. Can't wait to go home and take a shower. The buff has been good for a couple reasons: to keep me cool, and I also used it to wipe off my feet. It was a good piece of gear. Have a good night. So last night was interesting. Heard a lot of animals. There was a bear that was roaring right around 9 o'clock, 8, 9 o'clock, like 8 times or something. It was off in the distance, and then also you can hear a group of coyotes squealing up there too. They were very loud last night, and then I heard sometime in the middle of the night some kind of little steps and like smelling or something next to my tent, but maybe it was just me. It's probably just me being scared. But my guy's still over there, my friend. I'm eating less than I thought I would on this trip. I'm just not that hungry. Had a 1.5 bars here and my coffee, and I'm good. I'm gonna get packed up and head out. He made it out before me, even though I think I started before him. So I must be not as efficient as he is. But it's kind of cool. He was interested in my tent. I told him about it. He had like a 3.5 pound ultralight tent, backpacking tent, but he was interested. So I told him about the REI Flash, which had a little bit of condensation on it this morning from being next to the water and the grass and stuff. So I should have kept it open. But yeah, very nice speaking with you, Andrew, in case you watch this. I don't think 1/3 is going to be left in that. I think that's 2/3 gone. Definitely. But it's odd that this old outhouse is next to the water. Not sure that's a good idea. carrying my Gossamer Gear backpack, 55 liters. I forget the name. Maybe I'll put it right here. It's held up really well. The aerobic nylon, no tears or anything. Even with all the weight, it's been doing really good. And I like this little Gossamer Gear shoulder strap that I got a couple months ago and strapped to it. It's a perfect spot for my glasses and my phone. Easy to grab. That way my two side pockets can be dedicated to like drink mixes and snacks and like maybe my earbuds and electronics and stuff. So it's worked out great, I thought. It's hard to hold up my arm. Let's see, my sleeping pad is just a basic Trekology budget sleeping pad, inflatable, has like a R value of like 1, but it does the job. It's comfortable, it's not very warm, although this trip did not need it to be warm at all. I hardly even put my sleeping bag on at the beginning of last night, but it actually was a little bit colder last night than the night prior in the early morning, so, but still like not really cold at all. Maybe I wouldn't put it anywhere below 50. Let's see, what else do I have? I have my little BRS stove with a Tokes titanium pot that I use in the cook system. My sleeping bag is a Nature Hike down 24-degree bag, and it's really small as far as its packability, which I like. Fairly lightweight. I know there's other sleeping bags. If I decided to pay another $100 or $200 more, could have got something really good, but got mostly budget gear. Expensive stuff I got was a backpack, was not quite as much budget, and then my tent, saved a lot of weight with those too. So which way am I supposed to go? I'm gonna have to look at the map here. I can go that way or that way. Man, it just drops off. There's a path down to the left. Aha! I see. Here we go. So you can make it across. It's pretty steep. Glad I got the grip of these mafates. There's a sign for Fred Hot Trail number 141. I missed the turn off the road to catch the trail. It curves around and connects back up, so no sweat. Now hiking down in a canyon, Queen Save Draw, something like that. Whenever you get down in these canyons, it's ferns and grass. It's so green. It's green up on the higher points too with grasses, but just even more so down in these canyons. Fred Hot Cabin, 0.5 miles. So instead of going that way, the arrow says to go this way. Oh, and there's some water in the little creek there. All right, make it down here. From what I can tell, there really is no trail to the Fred Hot Cabin. At least I don't see any. I don't see any markings. Some hooves in the ground from animals. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna head down this way and see if I can find it. So just keep heading down the little creek bed. I picked up a little trail. Seems promising. Fred Hot Cabin. Well, nice spot to make a fire. What in the world is that big ball on that tree? Now that I think about it, it seemed like a short walk to Fred Hot Cabin. I checked my GPS tracker. It was only 0.2 miles. 0.2-ish, maybe 0.25, I don't know. It's definitely not a half mile. I think a lot of these signs they're posting are inaccurate on the miles for sure. There is a water source if you decide to camp here. Almost to General Springs Cabin. I remember hiking this with my friend Rob, who came up one day with his wife and his daughter, Naomi and Jada, when we were camping down by General Springs Cabin with the fam. And we hiked this a little bit. And I remember this part. It's kind of at the top of the canyon. It's a lot more rocks. But I remember my youngest son dragging a big old log down the trail that was like mostly his size, but he was having fun with it and then making swords with the sticks and stuff. But that's him and his personality. It was fun to see they had a good time with Jada. It was really nice seeing Rob and Nate up here. Maybe I'll post a little picture of us together right here. It's General Springs Cabin. This one you can actually go in. Let's see if I can find the spring. Haven't been able to find it yet. Here's where our old campsite was. I think I'm going to take a break here in memory of our old campsite. Just had some trail mix, drank some water. Time to head down Washington Park and end this trip.